Not ready for marriage if you have already adopted and believe the concept that you don't want to have to raise a man. Number one, that belief already insinuates that you think that you are all of what you need to be for marriage, that there is at any part to you where any man is going to have to work on you and help you to become a better woman. Secondly, marriage is not a band-aid to everyone's problems. I don't know why people think that you get into a marriage and now there can't be any trials, there can't be any tribulations, and everything has to be perfect. If anything, marriage just exacerbates the problems that we already face outside of that label. Please understand, in marriage, there will be times as a woman where you're going to have to help your husband in areas where he's lacking. You're going to have to plan some dates first. You're going to have to initiate intimacy first. Marriage is not just for women, okay? Yes, it's okay to also take care of your husband. It's okay to wine and dine him. It's okay to initiate those dates. It doesn't matter who does it. Now, as a woman, I've been there before where it's like, yes, you want your man to plan dates. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, you look at the bigger picture, knowing how short life is, who cares who plans the date? Let's just plan the date. Let's just go hang out. Let's just spend time together. And if you're a woman of God and you entered into your covenant before God and you believe in Christ, you have to know that God is watching the way that you take care of his son. He's absolutely watching the way that you handle him, the way that you talk to him, the way that you pray for him. So please, ladies, we have to be rid of that whole I don't want to have to raise a man thing, because you're not perfect. That man is not going to be perfect. As a wife, you are also a helpmeet. That means you're going to be helping that man in areas where he's struggling, where only you can help him. There's going to be areas where you are struggling and he needs to help you. Because the truth is, most of us are willing to help other people in our lives, right? Our cousins may be irresponsible, adults, grown people, friends that are irresponsible. We're willing to be there for them and help them and support them and speak life into them. So why is it that you're not willing to do that for your husband? So if you're not ready to plan some dates or initiate intimacy or help that man in areas, maybe he's financially, not responsible. Maybe he emotionally has some trouble. If you're not ready, don't even enter into marriage.
If you're not ready to apologize, even when you feel like you're not the person who did something wrong, but because you want peace, if you're not ready to be accountable for your own actions, if you are not ready to have all of your issues, maybe your childhood issues, childhood traumas, dramas, problems present themselves in ways that you realize that you have some aspects of yourself that need to grow. If you are not able to accept criticism, if you are not able to be cooperative, if you're not able to be quiet sometimes and allow the other person to speak, if you are not able to humble yourself enough to not have the last word, if you are not able to sacrifice, just go ahead and make a U-turn, baby. Just go ahead and put that car in reverse and do that same 3-point turn and just head down the other direction. Because this ain't what you want. It's not for you. The first thing that I want to address is that what this woman said about raising a man, because I think that some of these women need a further breakdown, because they get this real twisted. When the women say, oh, I don't got time to raise a man, I think in the aspect that this woman is talking about, and I can only say I think because this is a small video and I don't have, any other idea of exactly what she means, but based on the things that she's saying, I'm thinking that she's saying that, this is about two people who are growing together. A man and a woman, they are growing together. There are things that they're going to have to learn while they are with each other. There are things that they're going to have to adapt to and through while they're in a relationship with each other. I can understand that. But you see, a lot of these women get into places that they believe that because you serve your man his plate of dinner, that means that he is now your child. Because you wash all the clothes in the house and you are washing his clothes, that means he is your child. Because you might find yourself picking up certain things after him, that means that he is your child. And what happens is a lot of these women with the raise a man mentality, because they think that those things make that man their child, they also talk to him as if he was their child as well. You better do this when I say to do it. This is why we see a lot of women that come out and say, oh, if I ask my husband to go take out the garbage and he don't do what I want to, then, I just go ahead and do it myself, because you need to do it when I tell you to do it. You're not his mother. There's a difference. There's also an order in place. What I find very interesting is that a lot of the women that are actually complaining the most, it's so funny because the man is actually the one that's raising them, because they are at a space of so much, immaturity, and at worst, emotional immaturity. They're the ones who always going off the rails, and he got to calm them down. They're the ones that always talk about, it's over, I don't want to do this no more, because they're thinking irrationally because of their behaviors, or because they're backed into a wall. Nobody's ever told them no, and he's exposing you to yourself, and you want to cry, you want to fight, you want to tussle because you can't get out of the things that he's told you that you're doing and that you need to correct. And these things are going to cause you to have to level up. And because you want to hold on to your bitterness, your brokenness, your traumas, your problems, your immature way of doing things, your immature mindset, it puts you in a space that you want to fold, or you want to break, or you rather break up the relationship because you don't want to deal with the real. A lot of times it's the man doing the raising. The same way that you picking up stuff, he picking up stuff for you. Same way that you're doing stuff, especially if it's a healthy relationship, a reciprocal relationship. He's doing the same things for you that you're doing for him. The only thing is that he's not making announcements like you are. He's not throwing them back in your face like you are. He's not complaining about taking care of you as if you are himself like you are. That's the major difference. A lot of people, they get around, marriages or relationships, and then they talk about, well, I know a lot of married people who are miserable. I know a lot of married people who are unhappy. That's the people you around. A lot of the people that you're around, they just got married because it was a timetable thing, and that's what people were supposed to do. Are we supposed to get married? We've been together for 5 years. We might as well. They already had toxic problems, drama, issues. They never fixed the issues, never went to counseling, never matured. And just because we've been together 5 years, now we got to get married. And then you're wondering why you don't have the positive examples around you. Because of what their foundation was on. When you get around evolved, mature people who have gone through the growth and the elevation, you'll see the drastic difference between those marriages that you're talking about, the people being miserable, and the real marriages. Most women who are happily married, the reason why you barely see them on social media is because they just so happy. You always see the miserable people because they got a lot of time on their hands. The time that they could be putting in to fix their relationship, they on the internet talking to other people. Oh, my husband this, my husband that. Oh, y'all need to make sure that y'all don't make the same mistakes we do because we just so miserable. Healthy marriages are reciprocal. The reason why that woman have no problem serving that man that plate, sharing out his dinner, cooking for him what he likes, washing his clothes, massaging his feet, massaging his shoulders, is because she is very pleased in all aspects. Trust and believe. But I love what this woman had to say. I definitely think that it is very important that we shine a light on, if you are not evolved, if you are not willing, if you are not selfless, it would not behoove you to step into things like marriage. Because the arguments that you had that were this small, now they're going to be real big. because you're in it for the long haul. And a lot of times what a lot of women do when they step into marriage, they think I can do anything I want to do, say what I want to say, behave how I want to behave, because he's not going anywhere anyway, because he has to be with me because we're married. That's when they unleash the worst a lot of the times. That's when the representative leaves and who they really are, the deepest and darkest things, flows forth. I like this, okay? I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.